What's good, guys? Welcome back to IFG, and today we're going to be going over the new puzzles minigame that was added to Eternal in the last few days. I already did the basic one just to see what it was about, but I'll redo it for this video, and yeah, this will just be one video because it'll take a little bit. So let's start with basics flying. And they tell you what you're going to do. Most of these that I've seen so far are find a way to win this turn, or don't lose this turn then win next turn. So for this, it's find a way to win next turn. It's flying, which means it's going to involve flying. And for anyone who was watching the previous video on the founders packages, this is what the Carrier looks like in game. So she has the wings going over and everything. So it's pretty cool. Alright, so my opponent's at 6. I have to win this turn, and they give you 3 power and 3 cards in hand. This gets plus 3/+0 if I have another flying unit. So it's 5 damage to the flyer, and we will give +1/+1 flying to this, which equals 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack for 6. So some of them are simple like that. Some of them you have to think about a bit. And I can only imagine they get tougher outside of the basics. So that was flying. Stu Killer. Alright, so our opponent's at 8. We have to win this turn. We have an 8/8, which they would undoubtedly be blocked. They take 5. We can't bounce because Agus. So our best bet is to give our 5/1 killer. It has unblockable, but that's not relevant to this. We'll trade these off, and then we'll attack for 8. And the rewards I was getting for these was 20 gold, stuff like that. So not much. Agus complicates things. Win this turn anyways. Alright. So our opponent has Agus, and they have a 3/3 blocker with Agus as well. So we only have 4 power. That's pretty important to this. We can give this +3/+3 to get rid of the Agus, then permafrost it and swing for 12. And next is activate. Take down that beast by winning this turn. Sure. Interestingly enough, there was a couple of these in the basics that I had to do twice. Alright, we have 6 power. A Jin costs 4 to activate. The Hound has charge. So we'll go Hound. Activate a Jin. Make it an 8/8 and swing for 8. That one's pretty straightforward. The rest of our hand just wouldn't get us close to being there. Next one is basic influence. What I'm gonna do though is just to sort of show off the Jack avatar. Let's switch to that, then jump back into the puzzles. And we were at influence. I think this might have been one of the ones that I had screwed up. See if I get it right here. Yeah, this was one of them. Okay, we currently have 7 on board. We need 12 to win. This isn't gonna get us there. So we need triple of each of those colors. This we can do. So if we make this blue, this becomes a 3-2. This becomes a 3-3. We'll still have only 4 actual power. We can play red blue, which will make this a 4-4. So that'll be 4 and 3 7 and 3 10. If we play the white red, this will be 4. This will be 4. That's 8, and that'll be our third red, which will make this 12. So I said it right. Let's see if I do it right. Blue. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's blue, and blue red and red white. 4 8 12. Yeah. So that one was a little tricky. If you played this stranger, the felon stranger, you would only actually have double black. You could have played the power you had in your hand for black, but I think it doesn't really work out the way you want it to that way. If someone else did it another way, though, feel free to mention that in the comments down below. And next we'll do the basics for transform. Survive the enemy turn and win on your turn. Okay, so we have a 3-3 flyer, a 3-4, and our opponent put a weapon on their cloud snake. Alright, so we go power. We have to win this turn. We have to polymorph. Now, this seems like a good target, but we have to actually polymorph the 3-4. If we polymorph the 3-6, it'll turn it into a 1-1, and then it'll still have +0/+3, so it'll actually be a 1-4, which means piercing shot doesn't do anything. So we'll do this on the 3-4. Piercing shot this, drop our opponent to 2, and we alpha strike. He blocks 1, he takes 1, goes to 0. And some of this stuff actually comes up in games, whether on ranked or draft or anything else. Okay, so next up is deadly. Find a way to win this turn. Alright, so we got 2 blockers. So if we put this on this, he blocks with 1. He would take 4 from this. 5. So that's, yeah. If we play this and exhaust one of those and we attack with everything, he's going to block the 5-3 with the 0-6. He'll take 3 and he'll live. If we go this route, +2/+0 to everything, this becomes 7. He blocks it with 1. He takes 1 trample. He blocks here and he takes 1. He takes 2 total. So I think this is how we have to do it and swing with everything. Because if he doesn't block this, he just dies anyways. Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. That one was pretty simple, considering the other cards in our hands. Alright, so basics, relic, and then we have a shit more. Oh, okay, we have a bunch more after that. Never mind. Alright, so let's do relics. Survive the enemy attack and win on your turn. Alright, so we have 2 cards in hand. We have 1 creature. It's the Argenport Instigator. So if the Argenport Instigator dies, we just lose on the spot. We have 2 weapons to get rid of the Sword of Icaria. Ruin kills it. Torch kills it. Now, if you notice this is a 3-4 and this is a 1-2, it actually also indicates 2 relics there. So if we hover over, we'll see that he also has a Xenon and Obelisk. So if I ruin Obelisk, these will become a 2-3 and a 0-1. So I can torch the sword, destroy Obelisk, then the 2-3 can attack. The problem with that is I won't be able to win on my turn unless I draw something good. So I think the right thing to do is just torch here, drop him to 4, and he attacks, and now we ruin the Obelisk. This comes for 0. We block the 2-3. He takes 1 from his creature dying. He has no power left, and now on our turn we can just attack for 3 for the win. That one can be a little tricky because you might be tempted to ruin the Obelisk before he attacks, but you gotta let him attack first. Alright, so next we'll do double damage. Win this turn. Yeah, most of them are win this turn. Kind of like that they do switch it up a bit, and sometimes you have to survive a turn. Alright, so if I give double damage to this, he'll just block it. So that's kind of off the table. If I kill this and I give this double damage, he'll take 6, 7. 7's not 8. So I think we give this double damage. Swing, computer's still most likely going to block the 3. Okay, so he takes 2 from this. And then we kill this. It usually does 3. With double damage, it should do 6. That one's a little tricky as well. Alright, next up is Armory. It's a close one. End it by winning this turn. Alright, so opponent's at 2, which means the only thing we need is for this to get through to win. We have 8 mana, which is more than enough. So we can go weapon. We're going to use the weapon to kill one of them. Let us stun this and draw a card. We also gain 2 armor. We can attack this one, drops us to 2, and attack for 2. And next up we have Endurance. I don't even remember doing this one. Prepare for the left or right attack and win on your next turn. Alright, so we get 1 turn to not die, then on their turn not die, and then on our turn win. So we can attack with 4 units. We can do 2 damage to 1, but then the only thing we can play is either Sparring Partner or Bright Mace Paladin, and neither of them have lifesteal. Like, this doesn't have lifesteal unless I use this with it. So I think it's right here. This has Endurance. And we'll pump it. It'll be able to block on his turn. We can block here, take 4, drop to -1, gain 2, and go to 1, barring any tricks. So let's do that. So block there, block there. So if our opponent doesn't play anything, we have 2 in the air. And we have 2 direct damage as well. Next up we have ambush. I don't remember doing ambush either. I don't remember this. Survive the enemy onslaught and win on your next turn. I must have been pretty sleepy when I did these last ones, so I don't remember them. Okay, I think... So we have 5. We can play both. If we take 1, 2, 3, 4, we still live. So we need to block this. We need this to be able to attack to win on the swing back. So we'll silence this because we're not going to be blocking it, and if he gets a beast or 2 beasts, we can't get through. So take 2, 3, 4. He gains 1, he goes to 2. 2's fine. We have exactly 2, so we'll block the 4, 3. And then we can swing for lethal on our turn. Right, next up is silence. Win the game this turn before backup arrives. Sure. So yeah, I actually think the Jack avatar, it's not as flashy or takes up as much space as the Icaria, but I actually think it looks really nice, and just the subtlety there, the bullet holes, the bullets. So we have to win this turn. We have 5 power. Which means I'm looking at it as I'm using these 3 things. So let's go silence. He's at 7. We just need this to get through for 3. So we'll stun the 1/5. We'll silence the 1/1. So we're getting 4 through for sure. If he blocks here, he takes 3, so we still get 7 through. Didn't matter which card I used to silence which card, as long as I silenced the 1/5. So I could stun it. Up next we have Echo. If I remember correctly, this one's a little tricky. End this battle of wits by winning this turn. Alright, so this obviously revolves around the cult aspirant. We have 8 power, so we can go camel into swindle, draw 2 cards. 2 cards would gain us 2 life, which would make this a 3/3. Then we can draw a card, discard a card, which would make this into a 4/4. 4 is not 5. And that would be all our mana. So let's go camel. Search for a power. It's not relevant which one, since we can't use it. We just did it to 1, draw a card to gain life, and 2, to get this into our graveyard. So let's go excavate on the find the way, because it has echo. So if we draw excavate, we're gonna gain 2 life. So let's draw a card, discard a card. Echo. Discard swindle. That is all our mana, but we have exactly 5. The swindle is deceptive because the only way you can actually draw 3 cards from it is if you attack first, and if you attack first, then you're not gonna win. You don't have enough power to win. And the final one is summon. Find a way to win this turn. I think I remember this one. I think I remember having to really think about this one. Alright, so he has 3 blockers. I cannot teleport any of them. we have 13 mana, which means we can go 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 4, 6, 8, 11. We can play 4 cards in our hand, but not 5. Obviously, us winning is going to revolve around Horned Vorlunk, because he has Overwhelm. Can't be this. I mean, maybe it could. No, because we'd have to mentor him, then give him Endurance. Endurance doesn't kick in until we pass the turn. So I think it's going to involve Crown Watch Cavalry. So let's pump this. Now we're going to be returning this to our hand to pump it again. I think we need to get it to 9 maybe. If we attack with it by itself, it gets +1/+1. But then we have to -3 from that because you can triple block. So we have a couple options here. We can go Sparring Partner, make this into a 3/3, which will drop us to 7 power. Bounce this to our hand as a 3/3, which will drop us to 5 power. Recast this for 4, giving this +3/+3, which will make it an 8/8, and we'll have 1 power left. If we attack with this as an 8/8 by itself, it becomes a 9/9, which I said that's not going to work. If we attack with this at 8, 3 and 1, you just need to block here, here, and here, and that wouldn't work. We're going to go Unlock Potential, pumps everything, so it'll be a 6. This will be a 3, and we can bounce this. That'll drop us to 4 mana. We can replay it, and that'll get us to 9 here. 9 is exactly what we need. Because 9 here, if he blocks with 1, we win. And if he blocks more than 1 here, one of these gets through. So let's bounce this. Yeah, I mean, this is one I had to think about a bit personally. It's possible some people got it right away, but I had to think about it before I played my first card with this one. Alright, so let's attack with everything. And that's exactly 8. Was that the last one? Yeah, that was the last one. Okay, so that's what the puzzles are like. Those are the basics. I am definitely going to be doing these, whether or not I do... Oh wow, there's a lot more than I thought there was. Okay. Whether or not I do them as videos or not, we'll see. If people want them as videos, I'll do them as videos. Otherwise, I'll just do them by themselves. But let me know what you guys think. I personally like that they added these mini games to the system. This is pretty fun, and it's very different than the normal thing we usually do. So let me know what you guys think of the puzzles, and let me know if you want to see any more of the other ones. And thanks for watching.